Welcome back to the Shoe Table Podcast. I'm Manny.
I'm Lavish.
I'm Hibiki. So for this episode, we're just going to jump straight into this new chapter. We've been on a break from JJK, taking some time away so that Gege gets a little bit better. But we just read the chapter, and it's about time that we get into this. I'm assuming you guys have already seen the new chapter, right? You read the new chapter?
Of course.
Nope.
No?
What do you mean no?
I'm playing, dude.
This motherfucker.
I'm about to say you were up like at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, that shit was out by like 10.
We was
I have
ready.
notifications on.
I love
My
that
thoughts? What do you guys think about it? What did you think this time around?
I was
I already knew Gege was just gonna finish it from last chapter. So it was all short.
yeah, because we
That's
got
what you
like
called him?
12
You called him up?
pages.
Yeah, it's okay.
Is that how you knew, right?
Hey, yo, Gege, you
That's
gotta
what we
like
call it.
finish this now.
What is it, Maisie on TikTok?
Oh my god.
Bro, that was so funny. So on TikTok, right? She posted like, "Hey, sorry, I haven't been posting in a while. It's been like 3 weeks. I was very sick and doing something important. Blah blah blah." Just so happens to be the same week that Gege comes back to write this, or I guess the rest of this chapter.
Just say you're Gege. Just say you're Gege.
I wouldn't be
Just say
surprised
it.
if she is.
Right? I know, just watching people figure it out instantaneously and then still trying to play it off. Oh shit, dude.
I'm just glad Numaki's back. He's
Well,
been
I'm not.
gone for
I
so
got
That
long.
was a big left
bro.
field.
So look, my thoughts, at least on Inumaki, is at the very beginning of JJK, the concept of him was so cool, dude. Like it was broken, right? Imagine somebody who just speak and you have to obey whatever it is, or it has like a certain impact on you. So you think, oh, this guy's gonna level up, his ability's gonna be super broken. Proceeds to never use his ability again outside of like JJK Zero, which was the prequel. And every
Crushed!
fight he fights like fucking jobber curse spirits. Like, oh, I'm this one guy who summons these pillars of light. Inumaki almost dies fighting him. Meanwhile, Yuji, literally a year later, with way less training in jujutsu sorcery, proceeds to beat the brakes off of a like disaster level curse spirit. Like,
Still amazed that it was just Inumaki out of the left field. I was really expecting like somebody else. Or for them to just continue the 1v1.
yeah, like I saw the the Twitter post, right? And it's like, oh, Yuta gets a little bit of help from an unexpected person. And in my head, I was like, she's back. This is it, dude. She's coming
She's
back.
not coming back. I hope you know
Nobra's,
that.
Nobra's back. Just say that,
She's
dude. She's gonna.
She's not coming back, bro. We
She's
say that all the
watch when she
time.
come. All right, I'll make you a deal. We'll make a bet on this right now.
Oh no.
If she comes back by the time before it ends, and I'm talking about comes back in any sort of aspect, not like a ghost or she's dead and her spirit is helping people. I'm talking like her physically alive. She's coming back. And then when I win and when she does come back, you gotta take me out to eat.
Name the place and time. I'll do it.
You're gonna be Whataburger. And you want to know about the time because the time is gonna be at some point between when the series ends. She's coming back.
All right, I'll be ready for it.
That's what I was hoping for, dude. I was really just hoping she was gonna come in and all you're gonna see is a resonance. And then he's done. He's cooked.
Which other character have we not seen in this fight yet? Who hasn't popped up yet?
Everybody, literally everybody else. May fucking useless.
What the fuck Maki doing? She not want to get Black Flash again?
Still
Yeah,
knocked
bro.
out.
Oh, she's dead?
No.
No, probably. I wouldn't doubt it. If you're
I
gonna
thought
cut
you were being
back to it and she's gonna show
serious.
her, you're gonna show her like just a pair of legs and fucking black her in half, dude.
Oh my god. I was also amazed
Yeah,
that they pointed out the whole oh, Sukuna lost an arm. So now he can't do world cutting slash. I was like, "Woo?"
I'm more than sure he still can. I'm pretty sure they explained it away. He just hasn't done it. I think it's a matter of like necessity. Because in order for him to do the world cutting slash, he now has to chant. He now has to point directly with the. He has to aim it with one of his hands, and basically he has to like really do the whole move. So the
Huh.
same way that Yuta's trying to do like the super hollow purple,
Mm-hmm.
well now Sukuna with all the what is it, binding vows, has to do it that way. He took too many shortcuts before. I don't know. I don't think he needs it.
Yeah.
I really don't have like high expectations for next chapter. I think
I'm
either
just glad
Sukuna's
there's no
gonna get
break.
saved by, yeah, I think Sukuna's gonna get saved by Arame, and that's gonna be the reveal that what's his name is fucking dead,
Why, you can't even
or
recall his
he's just
name?
gonna,
I hope I
yeah,
hope he's not like just super powerful, just tanks it.
yeah, like that's what I think, that he'll just tank it.
You call that a hollow purple? Yet he's still terrified of it. It's your point blank range of a hollow purple. I'm pretty sure there's going to be at least some damage.
I don't know. I wonder if this would be a good way to transition to like the next arc, right? So
Mm,
we know that there's still one whole arc that has to happen after they fight and defeat or lose to Sukuna. I think this is getting into that point. I think maybe Sukuna's gonna be like, "Well, I'm about to get hit by this fucking broken ability," and then either he regurgitates Tengen or activates the merger in between that time so that he doesn't die. Part of me kind of wants the merger not to be a thing.
Sam.
Just yeah, well, just because of like the implications of what it means, right? So the merger means that everybody who was a part of the Culling Games is now dead, fused into one being, which is like Tengen, right? So
Hmm.
Tengen becomes this ultra creature, and Sukuna would technically be the only person strong enough to fight it. Even if he's weakened or whatever, they can always just bullshit some. Well, I was actually only using a fraction of my power, and
Here's
then
a
he
new
fights the big.
form.
Yeah, I don't think he'll do that. What I think he'll do, at least in my opinion, I think the smarter thing is to get rid of that. Because right now the threat is looming that, okay, so they beat Sukuna, and then say he activates the merger. But whatever comes out of that is supposed to be stronger than Sukuna. You know what I mean?
Huh.
If not stronger than Sukuna, fused with all the like cursed energy of like some super powerful being, some super powerful creature.
So it's going to be one hell of a boss fight.
Yeah, and I don't think they should do that. I think Sukuna should like genuinely just be the final big bad, you know, or let it be one of these instances where Yuta hits him with his hollow purple, he's about to die, consumes like the soul of Tengen, and then he gets a power up. You know,
Hmm.
you give him a power up, but not one that's so not one that's gonna like basically take him to the next level. You know, something to just refresh him to a certain point. It's like, oh well, you did this super powerful technique and almost killed me. I consumed the merger. Now I'm back to just right before we had this last interaction. Whatever happens with Yuta happens. Either he dies, gets put in his other body, and then we just go back to Yuji and Toto. I don't know, like it just Yuji, Yuji in like the little instances that he's fighting Sukuna, even though they're not like inherently stating like, oh, Yuji is super strong, super this, super that.
He's still up there.
Yeah, Sukuna's fighting Gojo's body with the same sort of speed and ferocity like that he was fighting everybody else.
Hmm.
And Yuta's clearly having like trouble in the hand-to-hand aspect, right? Because he's not adjusted to Gojo's like arms or the size of the body. But let's say he loses that clash. Yuji's still like fuck. I think at this point, aside from Sukuna, maybe like fucking top four in the verse. I don't think anybody else beats him at that point. You know, obviously Orame can freeze people and be super strong, but
Freeze
I don't
tag.
think that applies. Yeah, I don't think that applies anymore. Like Yuji is leagues beyond how strong he was in Shibuya.
Oh yeah, big time.
Just with what techniques he can use. Right? So let's say Urame freezes him. Well, we now know that he can use cleave and dismantle, so he can literally break the ice that he's frozen in the moment it makes contact with him. Or let's say his hands are frozen in place, right? We saw it only takes a touch to break it. Even if he couldn't use cleave and dismantle to get out, he still has blood manipulation.
Mhm.
The same way that Choso like was superheating his body to like melt the ice, Yuji can do that. Yuji can literally pull a fucking Hikari and dismember himself to get out of the ice, and then just RCT it.
Yeah.
Mind you, it won't be fast, right? Not like anything crazy, but in
I'm,
hand to hand, I don't think I don't think Arame beats Yuji. Yuji's literally fucking beating the shit out of Sukuna.
yeah, I'm gonna
The
say
only
like he has
thing that
so many cards in his hands right now that
yeah,
like, oh, you have this, cool. Let me counter that real quick.
it's like his stats are very skewed. So his stats are all physical. So I think he has a stronger body than Maki with Heavenly Restriction. Right? And that's her entire like character is the
Yeah.
Heavenly Restriction. Yuji's as strong, if not stronger than that. Plus he has the ability to heal himself. Plus the curse techniques. Like I think if Sukuna didn't have Cleave and Dismantle, Yuji and Sukuna just in a regular fist fight would be a lot closer than people think. Like he's fast, right? Sukuna's fast as fuck. But Yuji's smart and like super clever about the way he fights. He's landing shots that realistically, if you're telling me that Sukuna's number one in the verse, like Yuji shouldn't be landing any shots, especially in the way he is. Even if he's weakened, it doesn't change his ability to fight, his fight knowledge. You know, like he's somebody who's fought like the strongest sorcerers throughout time, throughout
Yeah.
history. He's here beating the fucking brakes off of this guy. He's constantly becoming more and more motivated to fight. So I think right now Yuji's taking the back seat so that Yuta can go and fucking die with Gojo's body so that we can't make like a whole year's worth of posts about bringing him back.
I wonder what
But
we're gonna
I,
see with fuck, why am I forgetting her name? What about Rika though?
well,
Like
she's still alive.
I'm about to say like she's fully manifested now. Like what
Mhm.
do you think is gonna happen with that? Considering she's
Oh,
fully met. What do you mean you don't know?
they didn't even show her.
They did.
Yes, they did.
They legit showed her.
Yeah.
She's literally in the cover of the thing.
Uh,
The cover of the chapter was Rika holding Yuta's
that's when.
body.
That's when. That's one.
Yeah, but then they showed it off in this one.
Um, yeah, it was the cover page for this one
I don't know. YouTube dies. She
before they
probably
got
just
into
dies
the
too.
chapter.
I feel like she might
I
take
don't
over
think so.
freaking Yuta's body, if anything, for like a little bit.
Well, because Sukuna mentioned something in this chapter. Mind you, the translation can be a little like funky, but just from like the rough translation of it, is he basically comes to the realization in his head is like, okay, so what happens to these what happens to the techniques that were copied if he's copying Kenjaku's technique? And Sukuna realizes, well, he's not using anything else. He can only use Gojo's.
Hmm.
So that he's stuck. It's not the same as Kenjaku's because Kenjaku's is an original ability that he like created and developed and doesn't have limitations, right?
Hmm.
Hold on, I'm over here like fucking losing my train of thought. Right? So Sukuna confirms, right, that the copying doesn't come from Yuta. It comes from Rika. Rika's a manifestation of his technique.
Huh.
So if yeah, they say that in death your techniques can either like wither away or in death strengthen to be like never ending. You know what I mean? That was the thought process with Higuruma's sword. They thought, oh well, he dies, the sword stays anyways, and if it hits Sukuna, Sukuna will die one shot. Then obviously it fades away because they either revived him and he lost consciousness, the ability ended, or he died and the ability just ended anyways. Right? But Sukuna makes mention that Rika's the one who houses all of the copy ability, and that Yuta's technique is the one that brings her out. Like she's his technique, but her technique is the copying. So if he dies in Gojo's body, I think that she is gonna stay alive. Like she will stay manifested because of her connection to Yuta. You
That's gonna be a little
know
freaky
what I
deaky.
mean?
Yeah.
I
Not
mean,
thinking
I don't
about it.
know. I don't know where they go with that though.
Hmm.
Like if she does stay manifested after he dies, right? And he let's say doesn't stay in Gojo's body or gets put back in his body with no technique or something like. Let's say he dies, right? In this sort of instance, outside of Gojo's body, whatever, he dies. I think Rika stays alive. I think that that copy technique goes with whoever she's fighting with.
It
I
goes
wonder
straight to
if,
Yuji.
yeah, no, for real. I think what if Yuta dies and Rika like wants to fight Sukuna, wants to do this and that, and then Yuji just consumes her. What if he eats Rika? What happens then?
Gege,
Does he get?
Gege did say
Does
someone's
he,
gonna get eaten.
right? He did say somebody's getting eaten.
Oh,
He
oh
said Sukuna was gonna eat somebody.
no, 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 no. No more Sukuna. Sukuna's not eating
Yeah,
anybody. I'm very disappointed.
he can't. He don't have a tongue in his mouth, in the bottom mouth. I mean, fucking ripped it out.
Oh, is it? Dude, it's bad. I honestly forgot about Higuruma. Not gonna lie. I need to
You
read.
know.
I actually need to like read the Culling games. That is one I need to get to because I just completely like glossed over that.
Now, go back and read it. What kind of what I hope happens, right? I don't want to say it's what I think is gonna happen. I hope that Yuta loses because if Gojo was beating Sukuna with all the knowledge and experience that he had, I don't want Yuta to be the one to beat Sukuna using Gojo's techniques.
Yeah.
It cheapens like the entire point of Gojo because Gojo is the peak, and right now Yuta's like, oh, I can't do this or I can't do that, and it's kind of like attributing to how good Gojo was. But if he beats Sukuna using like the same fucking ending that Gojo would have had, it like cheapens it. It's like, okay, well, Yuta did it. Why couldn't Gojo have done that with Inumaki? Like literally zero effort. That's all it would have taken. Like, oh, I can stun him with this. Pull the recorder. Inumaki was around. They planned this whole thing. Like, why wouldn't Inumaki be able to intervene so that Gojo could land? Uh, what is it? Like fucking
Hollow Purple.
Unlimited Void.
Oh.
No, it's not even Hollow Purple. His win con is the domain,
Mhm.
right? So if Gojo just had that with him, the moment Sukuna's there, oh, here you go, take this fucking recorder right quick. Go move. Oh, there's your domain gone. I win. Like it feels like there's a lot of like little shortcuts to stuff like this. Like I don't like that. Well, I can't say I don't like the way it ends because it's like super interesting. Like I'm excited to know what happens next.
Mhm.
But it feels like if he loses to this fucking random ass bullshit, and it'll like cheapen. Like okay, well if Yuta did that and doesn't know how to use any of like Gojo's body abilities, why didn't Gojo just do that and win? When he was at full power, when Sukuna was at full power, like why didn't she just win like that? Gojo's infinitely more like wise about his abilities and what he can and can't do. But I think it's gonna fail, or it's gonna hit him and not kill him. Time limit's gonna expire, and then we get into like the drama of what happens next. But I mean, let's say this chapter ended with Yuta dying, the domain closing. What's to stop fucking Yuji and Toto from just being like, "Well, that didn't work. Let's continue to beat his ass." Like, it's
Jump
what I
him!
hope. I hope that the domain ends, and the first thing Sukuna sees is just Yuji with another Black Flash.
Here comes number
Um,
9! Boom!
Dude, that'd be sick as fuck. Can you imagine? They're having a domain battle, mind you, right? That isn't the domain like the size of his teeny tiny little like golf ball right now? So
Mhm.
they turn the domain to the size of this teeny tiny little golf ball, and then you just have Yuji standing right next to it with his pose. He puts his fist, he puts his palm over his fist. He
Ready to.
stands there. He just fucking yeah. He just charges up. I'd be sick as
Hey,
fuck.
bitch! Boom!
Yeah, for like a transition, you go through the whole chapter, and it's like, oh, Yuta lost the now. Sukuna's domain's about to expand and kill everybody, and then you see Gojo's barrier disappear. And the first thing Sukuna sees is fucking Yuji in his face again. Boom! Smacks him. Knocks the fucking brakes off of this guy.
Oh, man.
At least for me, right? Like, I feel like I've just been here gushing about the fucking chapter. It's real good.
Considering
It's
we
real good.
waited
I really like
so
it.
long for this one.
Yeah, and it does. This doesn't feel like it's because we haven't had a chapter in so long. This chapter feels like it's better than some of the more recent chapters. You know,
Mhm.
like obviously the Yuji hitting those black flashes was probably the climax of the fight, at least for me. I don't really care about these other like, small attempts to fight Sukuna.
I did like the justice they did for him, though. Like, oh, now this man landed 8 black flashes in a row. That felt really nice to see for Yuji.
My thought is, what do they do? Like, how did they beat Sukuna? Aside from like physically beating him, because you can beat him and kill his body, right? And all the fingers that he had associated with Megumi would cease. They would cease to exist.
Hmm.
But I don't know, man. I really don't know what they would do.
I would like to see other people's predictions about this in the
Yeah,
comments.
because
This will be
I
interesting.
think that Sukuna still has to go back to Yuji. I don't think they beat him in the traditional sense. I think what ends up happening is like Sukuna gets desperate and is like, "Oh, well, let me put all of my soul into this finger again, and then try and make somebody else eat it." You know, they try and take over
Hurry
somebody
out,
else, or
Hikari. I need you to eat a finger.
just anything, right? I would assume that if he's about to lose with Megumi's body, since he no longer needs the Ten Shadows, would
Hmm.
just try and jump ship. You know, go somewhere else.
That would,
And I think Yuji
I
would
would
have to be the
hate
one to
that.
stop him.
I don't know why.
What?
Like him just
He tries to run?
yeah, like just running away. I'm like, dude, no. Like, I want to see this
Yeah.
character die already. As much as I love Sukuna, I just want to see him fucking gone.
I want him to be the final person they fight. But who knows, man? Like, who really knows where they go with this?
Yeah, we'll see. Next week.
You know, it feels like my brain is running like a million miles a second trying to figure out like where it could go. Maybe that's not good.
No,
I should just like, yeah, I should just chill and let Gege cook. He's been doing good so far.
let let him or her cook. She's doing all right, or he's doing
Yeah,
all right.
Maisie, just cook, bro. Just cook. We'll follow you on TikTok. Yes, I mean, aside from that, that was really it for the chapter. I enjoyed it.
I do too.
Yeah,
It
I'm
was just
excited
sad seeing
for
Rika again, though.
yeah, but crying, holding Yuta.
Hmm.
Like I said, that this this chapter has a lot of like branches to go, you know, like if they wanted to go in the direction of Rika solo manifesting because Yuta's body's dead or something like that, they can definitely do that. The universe itself has allowed for that sort of explanation. Or if they want to go in the direction of like the merger or whatever that brings, like there's so many different ways to approach like the rest of this fight.
Here's the new character that y'all haven't seen. I'm waiting for that. I'm waiting for another character to be introduced.
Nah, I don't think I want a new character. I feel like if they do the merger, let the merger like be a uh, stronger than a disaster curse. You know what I mean? Like let this creature whatever be super duper fucking strong,
Hmm.
and have it fight Sukuna and Yuji. I think that's probably where they'll go. It's like, oh damn, this thing is strong as fuck. It's even stronger than whatever Sukuna's current state is. So we got to team up and fight it, and then fight each other. Or it's just one giant like three-way battle where the merger's like, I don't give a fuck about Sukuna, I don't give a fuck about Yuji. Let's fight. And then they all just go at it
Bring it
all at once.
on!
Yeah.
Yeah, that will be exciting to see. Depending on where
What
Gege
if
wants
you?
to take this.
Yeah. At least that's my thoughts on the chapter. I give it a 8 out of 10, just because they made us wait fucking 3 weeks.
7.5. That's where I'll
Yeah,
keep it.
that's fair. All right, so let me tell you guys what I did this week. I started playing the Darkest Dungeon on Game Pass. Right, I had been seeing little bits of like, oh, um, roguelike like RPG, sort of like survival game. And I'll be honest, dude, this game is addicting. It's real fun to play. The only problem is there's like this wall that I'm pretty sure if somebody wasn't like a hardcore RPG fan would immediately stop playing. Because this game, his
What's the
entire
game called?
premise, Darkest Dungeon, its entire premise
It's on Game
is
Pass for Xbox.
yeah, yeah. So its entire premise is basically you're the descendant of some rich family or whatever, and you were given their mansion, all their property, but your purpose is to go in and solve whatever sort of cosmic horrors have invaded your mansion, your, you know, whatever. Like your building, you go in, clear it out, is what it is. You're clearing it out of like cosmic horrors, all these kind of creatures, whatever. Basically, a giant dungeon. You're trying to find out the secrets of your family, and the only way to do that is to go further and further into the dungeon, right? So the game like prefaces by telling you how far would you go to save certain characters, right? Like while playing this game, because it fully meant that you're supposed to run characters, and their entire point is to just die. Like you just go in a dungeon, try to get as much loot as you can, let whoever die so that you get away. And then you take that loot and apply it to characters you actually care about, and have them clear dungeons. But there's such a wall. Like if you aren't ready or you don't have like a strategy for playing the game like as is, you immediately go in, get really far in one dungeon, and then you realize like, well, I don't want these guys to die because they're getting kind of strong. So you pull them out, and then are proceeded to be like inflicted by all the worst status ailments, and then those characters become useless. So then you start over again with new characters. You know, it's a lot. I've kind of found like a good pacing for it. You get the characters that you're supposed to kill off or supposed to like not help your team in any way, and you just fucking send them in. Send them in, put it in like the hardest difficulty, get all your loot, and then get out. And then apply that loot to other characters, and you take it nice and safe and slow.
The gameplay you
Like
did
that's
show
really
me
how
kind
it
of
is.
interested me.
Yeah, it's fun, right? Like when you're doing things, at least in this sense, with the team that you like give a shit about, it's fun. There's times where it like kind of drags because they'll give you random characters to recruit, and you can't really go and pick and choose. At least not until you upgrade or whatever, right? They get further in. So they'll just give me a bunch of people who can only attack on the front lines, and it's like, well, I can't do anything with this. Like the whole team of frontliners, two people can attack. So you'll go in and you'll just run through a dungeon, let your team like fight, die, whoever, and then get as much money as you can and come back with it.
Hmm.
You know, like it's fun. I like super recommend it.
I still need to give it a shot because I do fancy the roguelites like Risk of Rain 2, Into the Dungeon, and what else? RoboQuest. But
Yeah.
those were all on Game Pass, and I really did enjoy them. I need to start playing more though.
Yeah. So I also have another update, right, for you guys. So for I guess I don't want to say most of my Lucas Darkest Dungeon because it was like a combination of like watching shows. So
Yeah,
I
no,
watched this
definitely.
show on Netflix called Physical 100, right? And I was like, what is this? So I click on it and it's this Korean show. Basically, they take 100 different athletes from Korea or South Korea, I should say, right? 100 different athletes from South Korea, each specializing in like different things, right? So there's like a guy who's an Olympic gold medalist for gymnastics. And then they have another guy who's like a CrossFit a person, another person who's a like a fitness influencer, some guy who's literally in the like military, another guy who was like on the Olympic team for this or the national wrestling team or judo or like they take 100 people from like a bunch of different backgrounds, bodybuilding, everything, and they try to see who has the best physique with like challenges. That when the game starts, it's essentially just like battle royale with different games, like different challenges. So they like start off this first episode with a challenge, like a pre-challenge, a setup for the second game, or technically the first game, right?
Hmm.
And it's like a dead hang. So they bring down this giant scaffolding thing, and they're like, "Well, grab on. You can only use your arms." And so some people are like dead hanging, like from a pull up or anything, and they're like, "Whoever stays here the longest gets a like an incentive, like a like something to help them into the next game." And
Like
so
almost like an
at
immunity.
first, no, because there is no immunities. It's really just like it's not like a regular reality show. Where it's like, oh, I won this challenge, so I can't be eliminated. It's like, nah, bro, you won. So next game, you get to choose something that's gonna help you, right? Either win or lose.
Uh,
But
okay.
yeah, so they're doing this hang, and you'll see like obviously these guys who are like power lifters and fucking huge 200+ pound guys are holding on for like a minute, and then they just drop. It's like, well, I weigh too much. This guy weighs like 200 pounds and holding that up for longer than a minute. Fucking tough.
Hmm.
It doesn't matter how big you are. Like, that's a lot of like work to do. So slowly you see people getting knocked down and everybody's trying like different hanging techniques. Like, there's this one girl who's hanging, right? Her arms are draped over the bar and she picks up her knees and she's grabbing onto one of her legs so that she's like wrapped in a ball. and is not really feeling the effects of like her body just hanging. You get this
Huh.
Olympic climber against a guy in the military. So like without like basically telling you the whole episode, that first initial like pre-game thing gets down to one guy who's an Olympic gymnast, gold medalist in gymnastics, and another guy who's in the military, and they're both like hanging on for their lives, dude. And obviously the gymnast is like, well, now the pressure's on because I do this as a living. Like my whole life is just grip strength. I have to survive. And the other guy who's in the military, he's hanging there. He's like, oh yeah, a lot of our missions and our training required us to be hanging similar to this. So you just see the gymnast like shaking, like violently shaking. He's getting tired, and then it cuts over to like the guy in the military. And he just fucking hanging there, like obviously in like the worst hell of his life, but like straight faced to the point that the gymnast he started wasting energy to like turn away to not look at this guy in the military because he was like intimidated. You know,
If I look
point
at
is
him.
like super good, super interesting. It's a good watch. I recommend you watch it.
I'll
And
give
then the
that a watch.
second like yeah, and the second like final follow up is I have an update on my fighting game journey, and
Oh.
that is I haven't started. I haven't started at all. I haven't touched fighting games since that day. Since
God
that day
damn it.
I did, but for good reason, right? I was like, okay, I could sit here and get really good at Tekken or Street Fighter, right? Then Capcom went ahead and announced a Marvel vs. Capcom fighting collection that has rollback netcode for every single like major title.
Yup, I was gonna
Actually, I
tell
think
you
all the
about that.
titles. Roll,
Yeah.
yeah, rollback for every single title, and a good port of Marvel 2 with online and rollback. So I think I'm gonna go and I'm gonna put myself on this journey, right? So if you listen to the previous episode and you heard me talk about how I'm gonna body people in Tekken, update to that. I still will do that just after this. I'm gonna like hard commit to playing Marvel 1 and Marvel 2 because the like fighting game scene down here is a lot of like Marvel 2 heads.
Mhm.
And when I first started playing Marvel 3, there was a whole lot of oh, Marvel 3 is so easy, ABC 1 2 3, like this isn't Marvel 2. Like a lot of the guys who were like really good at Marvel 2 weren't really like any better or any good at Marvel 3. So I want to go into Marvel 2, which would be like their sort of domain. And I want to like get better and challenge. Mind you, like the guy I would be training with is somebody who's very good at Marvel 2, but
I still need to go to like one of
it's
these
gonna be
tournaments with
nice.
you. Like even like the
Yeah,
little local ones. Just so I could check out
but
the
that's really all I
experience.
go to. It's fun, dude. It's really fun. Even if you're not good at fighting games, I recommend you go to like any of your locals. Unless people are assholes, like don't
Yeah, because there's people that
like you
ruin the
go.
experience. I've been to a couple like Fortnite and like Apex tournaments, and I'm just there like, I don't like this experience. This is boring.
Oh, that yeah, that's different. Like for the local scene down here, I can say there's two experiences, right? Because the thing with like the fighting game scene is people are like very cool and willing and open to help you, but there's also the other side of that coin is everybody is talking shit. It's not personal. Nobody like is trying to hurt your feelings, but like you guys are competing. It's a competitive game, you
Yeah.
know. So when I first joined the scene, like instead of getting compliments that I was like winning all these matches, like it's his characters, it's this or that or this gimmick or that gimmick, like they just downplayed like my results, which was fine, right? Like I didn't really look too much into it. But I mean, now I'm trying to get other people to like see how good fighting games are. I want to introduce people to the FGC, but I want to set a precedent for that sort of shit talk, right? So that if somebody shit talks you, it's nothing to do with you personally, not even really to do with your skill. It's just about the competitiveness of it, you know?
Yeah.
And mind you, not everybody's going to be like that. Like, not even a whole lot of people anymore are like that. But I think if you get into the FGC, you don't need thick skin. Just go in knowing that like these people don't fucking mean it. Unless somebody's actually like making insults about you personally, then you take it, the same way you would personally or whatever. But most of the time it's just shit talking in the game. Somebody will make a comment and it'll just be out loud out to the like ether. It has nothing to do with you. So yeah. Go to locals. Locals are fun. Unless people are assholes, then find a local scene online because rollback is like in every game now. Super easy to do.
Mhm.
So update on the fighting game stuff. I'm gonna play the Marvel collection, and I'm basically gonna go like in a time machine and develop these skills for fighting games that I didn't have before. So I'm gonna like really, really learn to play every single one of those games to the best of my ability. And then when I get to Marvel 2, I don't think I'll compete in a Marvel 2 tournament just because the experience will be different. Like if I'm at home playing on my arcade stick, it's not the same as when we do a Marvel 2 tournament at the local scene where you play on the arcade cabinet,
Yeah.
you know? So, but I'll go play those guys and
Well,
see
I
how
wish
we
you luck
do.
on that journey.
Yeah. But like I said, once I do that, if they don't announce another Marvel game, like either Marvel 4 or remaster of Marvel 3, then I'll jump into Tekken. Just to update so that when somebody hears the episode before this, they're not here busting my balls. Oh, I thought you were going to play Tekken. I thought you were this. I mean, I am. I still think our scene down here could use some work, but
Just a little.
I'm excited.
I guess I'll
Yeah, I'm
start playing
excited.
fighting games.
Do it, brother. I will get you so good at fighting games, but there's a problem. You'll have like all my bad habits because I don't know how to teach people outside of that. Like I'm a very stubborn player. You tell me fighter A is super broken and super top tier. Fighter 2 is a waifu and looks it hits all of the like aesthetic points that I
Pick the waifu.
know. Yeah, 100%. Even if she
Yeah.
trash. I'm a
I'm
character loyalist. I tend to play I only like really invest in fighting games if there's a character whose like playstyle draws me in or their character design draws me in. Like I never really enjoyed Guilty Gear games because when I would play, I played Chip, right? And people tell me like Chip's top tier, but in my head, it's like, bro, look at this ninja just running around. So you play Chip, and then you realize that guy has like paper health. So you get grabbed by Potemkin, you die. Just die, eat a mix up, and then die again.
I legit just like play the tank role in that game. Like, oh, is there like a big like giant character? Okay, kind of play him.
Yeah, there's a term for that. You play big bodies,
Hmm.
usually the grapplers and stuff like that.
Well, that is the only characters I tend to go to.
Yeah, I mean
So,
that's kind of where I'm at for
yeah.
fighting games. So I'm gonna go in and play the hell out of this collection, buy it, hope that they make a Marvel 4.
Is it just on
And it's
Switch or is
nothing
it on
like
PC?
it's on Switch, PC, and PlayStation.
Oh wow, Xbox doesn't get it. Okay, I see how it is.
Nah, fuck Xbox.
Damn.
Yeah, that's really it for me. What have you guys been up to?
I haven't been doing much. I just been trying to catch up on shows that I haven't seen.
One you
Right
did
What
now,
have you
I'm
been
finish
trying
watching
watching?
Demon
to.
Slayer.
I'm watching 3 different shows right now. I'm catching up on Demon Slayer. I'm watching The Boys, and I
Yeah.
just started watching Dexter.
Oh yes, dude, Dexter is so good.
To a non-Dexter watcher, I've seen none of it, so I know nothing of it.
I've seen 3 episodes. All I can tell you is that they're always sweaty. I have no idea why.
Is there sweaty?
Fucking
Yeah, like
Dokes. Dokes is literally the best character in the first season.
Okay.
they just been chilling, and then the next scene, their back is all wet.
Okay, damn.
They're in Miami, bro. It's just hot as fuck. Just stand outside for
It,
two
com-
minutes.
it competes with us in Texas.
Demon
I,
Slayer's been pretty boring. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh yeah,
this
that's
recent
that's
arc?
what I said at the start.
Huh?
Yeah,
This recent arc? We told you.
No, not the most recent one. The one before it's training arc. Is it the training arc?
Are you
the
talking about
training
the? Are
arc
you
is
talking
what's
about
going
the
on now.
swordsman? The swordsman
Yes,
village arc?
Swordsman. Yes.
Oh yeah, that was
What?
trash.
I enjoyed
It's
that one.
boring.
Yeah, but did you enjoy it better than the Entertainment District?
I'm about to say you can't top the entertainment district.
Dude, that shit was so good, dude.
I can
I've been
It really
hearing a
see.
lot of
was.
good stuff about the new season, so I'm just trying to catch up.
Hey, those
Oh,
3 movies. This shit's gonna be good.
yeah. They need to announce when those are coming out. I'm not trying to wait till
10 years.
2028 to
It's
fucking watch this shit.
20 years later.
Are both of you caught up on the boys?
Yep.
No, I'm not.
I just
But
watched
you
the
can
recent
feel free
episode.
to go ahead and you can feel free to hit me with the spoilers. I'm still gonna watch it. I'm
Well, right
waiting
now
for.
I'm watching the newest episode, episode 6.
I just got done watching that
But
one.
episode
I'm
5 is really, really good.
I will say
I
though,
know,
this
Aloy, you like
is
Simon Pegg. Simon Pegg is great in that episode.
Bill have you bawling like a baby
He'll
though.
yeah, he will get you crying.
God damn it,
I'm not
bro.
gonna lie,
You
like
sound
I
like
teared up
huge
just a
crybaby.
little when I saw that scene. I was like, no.
Him and Anthony Starr did so good. Homelander's kind of going insane.
What I needed. I needed that.
What about our favorite character, the Deep?
The Peak. He's
The
great in
Deep.
everything he does.
The Deep still a bitch. I'm sorry. he's still being a bitch.
I'm not gonna lie, he's probably my favorite character.
The Deep?
Yeah.
What did you
Bullshit.
like about him? Was it the sexual assault in the beginning? Was it the
Fucking monster.
the murder?
But that part was
We
great,
can't
though.
talk about that.
I mean, that's one of the best parts of the show.
Whoa!
The guy's such a clown, dude.
He is funny. That's why I like him.
I think
He's
that's
starting to,
like
he's starting to
something
get a
that-
little serious in this season, but he's still just.
I'm about to say,
just a
yeah,
joke.
they're trying to put the Deep back into like his comic book version. And I'm just there like, I could see it.
I didn't read the comics. I don't
Well, in
know.
the comics, he was like almost like the same craziness as like Homelander, like in the
They
show.
all are.
No, well, I'm saying like
Is-
not all of them.
Yeah, no, isn't like Queen Maeve and everybody like actually bad guys in the comic?
I cannot
They don't
confirm.
give her like a redemption like they did on this one.
No, they didn't. I can't recall them, but I just know Deep was like batshit crazy. It was only like those characters, that and like Soldier Boy, because like comic book Soldier Boy and show Soldier Boy, completely opposites. The other one's a piss baby, and the other one's just a straight up dad. Like you can't like really be like, oh, that's Soldier Boy. No, this is Soldier Boy. I don't know. The new season has been really fucking good though,
Yeah, Adrian's
Yeah.
starting to grow on me.
big time.
Really?
I hope he doesn't die.
Manny, I gotta tell you.
He's not gonna die.
I saw the leaks, and all of them have been correct.
If you're a real old wrestling stan, Bad News Barrett, I got some bad news for you.
Also,
Well, that's pretty much all I'm doing right now. Just trying to catch up on shows.
All right,
Got
all right.
nothing else to do.
Respected. What are you closest to finishing right now?
Oh, well, I'm all caught up on the boys. I'm literally on the last episode, watching it right.
It's like I'm watching
Like 30
it
minutes
right
in.
now.
as
I
we're
am.
recording. It's fine. I've been trying
After
to
that, watch Kuroko's. It's on Netflix. Kuroko's basketball.
Yeah, I've been
God.
wanting to watch it.
I showed my brother the Meteor Jam scene. Holy shit, dude. That show is so good.
I can't get into another sports anime. It was like right after Ippo, I was like, alright, I feel somewhat satisfied with my sports anime. Then all like these freaking sports
You're
anime started
missing
popping
out.
up.
Which ones have you seen?
None of them. I've only seen Ippo. I know y'all keep on talking
Oh
about that
my
volleyball
goodness.
one. I know,
Haikyuu? You need to
Yeah.
watch
IQ is good.
Haikyuu.
but it's like, I don't know.
Hold on, let me be honest. I don't think I've ever seen a sports anime that wasn't super good. Like I've seen, I've seen Hajime no Ippo. Like I mean, Baki technically counts. At least the first like part of Baki when it was actually just like
Mixed martial
an
arts.
MMA sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, not whatever the fuck it is now.
Kick in the junk
Uh,
technique.
Yeah, fucking Kuroko's, Haikyuu,
Blue Lock.
Blue Lock. Oh my god, dude, Blue Lock. Everybody
haven't
loved
watched.
Blue Lock. Yeah, like you watch it, this entire like whatever season that they have on Crunchyroll, you watch it. That shit got people so hyped, right? Get to where they're at in the manga, or literally just the next arc that they're about to do, infinitely better. Like the scale gets increased by like 1,000-fold. You're told like, hey, you guys are doing this for this reason, and then when you get to like whatever this next season's gonna be, it's like actually we're gonna up the stakes a whole bunch. It's infinitely better. Main character goes from being this like watch main character, and a lot of his like upgrades feel weirdly undeserved. You're like, what? You can just do that now? Why weren't you doing that before?
Mhm.
No, goes from like weird, wacky silliness to like, oh shit, this guy's improving to like some super broken sounding abilities. Right? So watch Blue Lock if you get a chance. So watch them. Watch watch these sports anime. Because right now they are the best they could possibly be. Start with the Kuroko's though.
Kuroko's okay. I got you. I'll do my homework on it. I do need to put a little more anime into the mix, besides like the main ones that have been popping up. Concerning we don't got JJK or Demon Slayer for a little bit, I'll actually open up my horizon.
Oh, also watch Kaiju number 8. That's also what I did with my week. As a late addendum. I I watched all of Kaiju number 8. I really want to just read the manga now. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Just read the manga and not watch anymore because it was so good.
Alright, my week has been basically the same thing that Manny's been doing, catching up on shows. Demon Slayer, The
Didn't
Boys.
ask.
Okay. Fuck you too. Going back to old games too, like Borderlands 2, 3, but the one game I didn't expect to go back to, which I'm shocked there's still a player base, Realm Royale. I'm gonna get fucking ridiculed in the fucking comments or by you two. But I am
What
just
game?
Realm Royale. It was like Paladins' Battle Royale.
Holy shit, dude! I've literally so we re-downloaded Paladins, right?
So much
To play.
fun.
It is so much fun because it is so bad, wonky. It'll make no sense. God awful like structure to play the game, right? But you have so much fun.
Yeah.
And Realm Royale is the Fortnite version of that. Dude, I think when it had first come out, I watched like a couple of streams of it, of like top streamers.
Mhm.
Good. God, that was bad.
Yeah,
Holy shit.
cause in Realm they just copied like, oh, let's get some of the heroes' ability from Paladins and put them in here. And they didn't bother patching, they didn't bother changing. Everything in that game is still broken mess. By the way, I only play in the Brazilian servers because that's the only place where I could find a fucking game. Like I was in Texas Central. I didn't find a game for like 2 hours. I'm not even joking. I'm like, damn, ain't no one playing this game anymore. I went to Brazil, 15 seconds. Hey, you're in a game. Cool.
But the connection was awful.
Yeah, well, I mean, I was on like 80 ping instead of being like on 400. I was like, oh my god, this is so terrible. But not gonna lie, it was just overall I had a good time with it. I'm just shocked like dead games like that are actually still around. Like there's
Yeah,
still
I
like
feel
servers
that.
opening.
Are they
Even
opening new servers?
yeah, because I think this was probably like a year ago already. They did like Realm Royale reforged, and like the game had like a huge surge of player base. It's like, oh, let's all give it a shot. The game was still ass. It's just like
Hmm.
we polished some of the perks. We made like adjustments to the weapons and like graphics look a little bit better, even though it was like made in God I don't know how long. I think it was like maybe like 2017, 2018. It was
Hmm.
launched. But God, like I think I think right now that will probably be the game. Like that will probably be my guilty pleasure game to play here and there. Be like, man, I feel like playing some Paladins today.
God damn it, dude. Yeah, I
uh,
was with you a little bit when you're like Borderlands. It's like, yeah, I guess. I know some people really like Borderlands.
but it's
Like
so
maybe
much
I'll go back
fun.
and play them. But I think I probably would only go back and play part one and maybe two. I don't think I would play
Look,
three again.
I will play two
I
with you,
really.
and we could do the community patch, because the community patch makes the game so much better. Like my friend, he got me back into it, and he says, dude, if you do the community patch, this is the only time. Like this is the only reason to play Borderlands, just because it felt so. It felt the game felt good and polished. Like bosses weren't annoying. Like certain weapons felt amazing. Like in in like in the vanilla version of Borderlands 2, TDR sucks. And for some weapons it sucks. Even Jacobs.
Mhm.
In the community patch they made them like so much better. Like I've never had like such eagerness to use a Jacobs weapon or like a Jacobs hand cannon or sniper. Like, oh shit. Um for the Borderlands 2 heads, dude, the Maggie feels so good and it's just like a fast rate of fire pistol. And it just surprised me. And like even like with the characters, they fixed like so much of their skill trees. Like I've played Krieg in vanilla. He felt okay. You play him in community patch, so fucking good. Like it's just big buffs around everything, and like the game feels enjoyable. So like if you do
And
go back to
just
Borderlands 2, we gotta play community patch.
mhm. So when I play Borderlands, well, I guess my playstyle in any of those type of like loot shooters, right? You basically go around just pick up shit off the floor and use
Hmm.
it. But, I always want like revolvers and like single fire weapons to feel strong. Like the Jacobs weapons feel real cool when you get something super overpowered. You'll pick up like a random one off the floor. Mind you, let's say you be level one, you pick up a green one, and you're still fucking shooting the whole clip, taking like 9 seconds to kill something. And sucks, you know? I feel like if you have weapons that are meant to be super strong,
Make
make
them
them
feel them.
kill fast. Make the like nothing makes me feel like something isn't fucking strong if I have to shoot it multiple times. You know,
Yeah,
like I'm not saying give these weapons only one shot, make it super broken, right?
yeah.
I just mean in the sense like, oh, if we're starting the game at level one, me and you are walking side by side, we both meet the same enemy. He's like, I'll take mine, you take yours. And you having like a default fucking pistol or a default like shotgun, 2 or 3 shot the thing, and I'm still here with this revolver, even with headshots, and it takes like 3 shots. That should not be a thing. Like, why the fuck am I using this gun then? Gun trash.
Hmm.
Revolvers are meant to be like, you know, big boy strong. And mind you, with the shotguns, I get right. Like shotguns fucking blow people away. Then whatever kind of ammo you put in, like weaker pellets, wider spread, whatever sort of like gameplay nonsense you add to it. Like shotguns, I don't know. That was my thing. I just didn't
Shotgun should
like
just,
the way weapons felt, especially because like my
yeah,
sort of play style is like
aggressive.
gunslinger kind of. Yeah, like well, not even aggressive, right? Because I
You
think
like
in
Salvador?
Borderlands, no, I didn't play Salvador. When I played Borderlands 2, I was Gage. I was the Necromancer.
Ah, okay. Yeah, and she
Yeah, and
revolves
then in
all around like anarchy shots, which is like, oh,
yeah,
let me shoot or melee this one box for like 5 minutes just to get like 400 stacks so I can just one shot this person. Yeah.
yeah. That's kind of the build I wanted to do because I had seen like where some guy basically pulls his gun out, use his robot, shoot whatever the thing is, and the fucking robot deletes it. I was like, that looks fun.
Yeah.
Take a revolver or something, only shoot once, and then that's where your main like DPS comes from. But I mean, I didn't even get like to full build with the character. I ended up beating the game with like a Roland, right? And two,
Yeah, and two, yeah. Wait,
yeah, no, not Roland. What's his name? The whoever that
Jack?
soldier dude was.
Oh,
The
Commando. Axton.
yeah, that guy. Where he the turn heals you and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh no,
I
that
ended
is
up just beating
Roland.
it as him.
Okay.
Well, no, because you can't play Roland in two, right? It's the other characters.
Yeah. Why am I thinking?
Yeah,
I keep on jumping between him and Axton. I don't know why.
yeah. Well, either way, whatever it is, the guy, the soldier class, right? And then in 3, I was like, dude, I'm fucking tired of playing Borderlands games where I play these other classes and they're dog shit. Everybody's like, oh, just play a Siren, right? You play a Siren in 1, you're super broken. You play Siren in 2, you literally break the game. And it's like, all right, so in 3, I played whatever the Siren was. It's a fucking
Amari.
tank. She trashed. And I was like, oh
Yeah.
my god, dude.
I played
Mm,
like all four of them. I think if I have two favorites, it would be Zane and Mose. Mose had Iron Bear, the giant robotic mech, basically
Oh
Diva in
yeah.
Borderlands, and then Zane had like he had like a quirk of abilities. He had a drone, he had shadow clones, he had a shield around him 24/7. And I would always make like wacky builds or like builds I'd see in the community, and I'd be like, let me try that out. So I made like a cryo fire build with Zane. So I'd have a fire grenade, and like basically my whole build around like Zane's base weapons would be nothing but cryo. I would do freeze
Hmm.
burn, freeze burn. I was basically icy hot in the sentence. Then then Moe's there's the faction Tedior where I would look for a certain SMG where it's like when you throw it, it hits the ground, it becomes a turret, and it starts running around and shooting people. I'm like, oh, I can do something funny with this. So I'll literally have an infinite ammo build with Moe's. I wouldn't even use Iron Bear. It would just be straight up go SMGs, and there would be like 90 of them running across the map, killing everything. It was like the best build that I made with her.
That stuff always seemed fun too. Like when you see those clips of it's like either a Salvador or somebody, and it's like, oh, the way this gun works is if you kill somebody with a crit or something, it reloads the gun automatically. So you just see them like fucking spraying down like billions of damage, you know?
Yeah.
And they'll go down and immediately get back up with the bullets that were still being fired out of their gun. Like, shit, I get so cool.
Oh
Like
yeah.
when you fight those, what is it, like Cromarak? Not Cromarax is one. Um,
The Skags.
who's the invincible dude that is like one of the gun ones?
One of the gun ones.
What am I thinking? He's one of the fucking super bosses.
Pyro Pete.
Something about. No, it was in 2. It was there's like these robots that are just kind of flying around all over the place in the middle
Hyperius?
of the boss fight.
Oh,
Yeah,
the
Hyperius, yeah. That fight. And I just saw this clip of the Salvador. He just stands there and shooting. Mind you, it's like whatever plus like levels, you know?
yeah.
And he's getting down and immediately standing back up because his bullets like firing kills somebody as he goes down. He's playing by himself too, so it's just going fucking crazy.
I
Like those
love
clips are
Borderlands.
the clips that make me want to play Borderlands. But it
Yep.
takes so long to get there. It's
It
like I don't want to do that.
it does and it doesn't, because the run that I'm doing with a buddy of mine, we are just like just speed running through it, and I think with the I keep on praising the community badge just because God, it's so nice. There's an artifact in there that gives you like 6.3 times the XP, but in community patch it gives you like 24, 30 times the XP. So you just boost through the main story. And like I'm pretty sure if I played it with you, we would basically run through the story. We would get to both level 80, and if you wanted, we could do like the OP levels to where we could actually like get better gear and actually give ourselves more of a challenge. If you ever want to do a run like that.
I'll consider. I'll think about it.
hmm Or we could go to one. I do have like all of them, so I mean we could play whichever.
I
So,
gotta finish this Elden Ring DLC.
oh my god.
Yeah,
That could lead into the next segue too for the dead game. I thought that was actually dead. That could be, our I want to know y'all's near death experience. I'm really curious about that. I have two stories. I want to know y'all's though.
Now you tell us first.
All right, well, two of them happen to be at the beach and they do contain water. So, at the age
if you
of
have a fear of water, don't listen.
yeah,
Cover your
beware.
ears.
At the age of 7 or 8, I this was on my birthday too, by the way.
When was this? 45
Um,
years ago?
God, hey. Um, I can't even recall. Like, 7 or 8. I went on a little. We went to the trip to the beach for my birthday. Like I always did that for my birthday. It was like, all right, let's go to the beach, James. Yay, it's my birthday. Whatever. And for some odd reason, I was real eager. I was like, oh look, they had the banana boat little tour thing's open. I actually want to go there. Mind you, I don't know why I was. I could probably find an old picture. I don't know if I was in the middle of the banana boat or in front of the banana boat. But for some odd reason, when we hit a giant ass wave, I went fucking flying off. And as I'm like about to go back up to get air, the fucking banana boat just boom fucking hits me on the fucking back. Mind you, my family's like, "Where is he?" I poke my head. I'm like, "I'm here. I'm not dead."
What if you did die that day, though?
Just shit. Then y'all would never have met me. I would have never been here.
Were you
True,
in the
then we
deep?
couldn't go.
Shut your ass. Yeah, y'all would have never met me. Oh my god. Then the other time
What's
happened
the
at a
game?
water park.
And you're just drowning everywhere?
Dude, I just water fucking hates me, I guess, and I love the
Just
pools. I love swimming.
fucking learn to swim. What the fuck?
I did learn to swim. I had to learn. I learned at like 4 or 5. And my dad's
I'll be
like,
one of those
"Hey,
people who's like, I love the pool, but I can't swim.
oh,
What? So learn to swim.
oh no." Then yeah, the next one happened when I was 9 at Slitterbond at a water park, and I think I just fell out of the tube in one of the rides, and I just ate shit. As I'm coming down, you just see this kid just falling down the slide, just like freaking barrel rolling. I'm like, help, help me! As I'm just going down without a tube. Mind you, I'm hitting. I hit the fence. I hit the freaking wall. I'm just shocked. I wasn't like out of, like I wasn't like knocked out.
Mhm.
That's
That's
like,
actually happened to me before. Like as a as a kid, I had gone to Slitterbond, right? And it was on one of those inner tubes. So for whatever reason, the turn, and if you went to the same one here, right, from the same area,
mhm.
and it's probably the same one that happened to me when I was little. For whatever reason, one of those turns is real sharp. So if you're already on the left side of the like tube, because it gives you a little wiggle room, right? You can either be like pushed up to the right or to the left. You're
Yeah,
never
just a
like
little,
ever
not
really
too
in the
much
middle.
though.
Yeah, so I was sitting a little, I guess, too far on the left, so that when it made that turn, it literally like turned me over, flipped me on my fucking head, dude.
Oh God.
I went, yeah, it flipped me around. Mind you, it wasn't like a big drop or anything. Just like it caught me off guard, and I fell off the tube. And I remember them saying like, you need to hold on to your tube, and like basically like lecturing me like, don't let go of the tube the whole time.
Mhm.
But I was literally upside down. I was like, I'm not gonna hold on to this tube and land on my fucking head. So what I ended up doing is fall down, right? And I like sprawl to grab the tube and jump back on like I didn't just eat shit. And then the
Uh,
ride stopped, the whole ride stopped. And one of the lifeguards comes up to like the gate that I was there. He's like, are you all right? You good? I saw you fall.
Dude, mine didn't.
I
Mine
was like,
kept on
no.
fucking going. They're like, hey, fuck this kid. We're gonna keep going with this one.
Nah, he came, he checked on me, he pushed me down, like pushed me down, right? Like pushed me further
Let's get
down
in the water.
the tube. Well, because they cut the water off so that way you're not forcibly sliding down because it'll slide you into a body of water, you know.
Mhm.
So they cut the water off so you stop moving. And so I like the inner tube wouldn't move. I was like, oh shit, what happened? Did I break it? No, he just pushed me further down, restarted the water.
Okay, damn.
Yeah, I have some near death experiences, but I don't really know if this will count, right? Because I mean, they're experiences that happened to me, but like I wasn't aware of them. So when I was first born, or as I was being born, the umbilical cord was wrapped around my neck, and they said that it started to like suffocate me, you know. So they had to go in and like cut the umbilical cord like aligned with my neck to try and not like cut me or whatever, you know, to get it taken off.
Mhm.
And the second time is 2 weeks after that. So I was born with something called pyloric stenosis, and where? Yeah, it's pyloric stenosis, and basically I was born with my intestine shut, like where my stomach meets the rest of my like gut and everything.
Yeah, I had a
Or my
cousin that had that.
Yeah, I was born with it shut, or so closed that nothing could get through. So for 2 weeks I would take like bottles and I would like projectile vomit them out, like The Exorcist. Is what my mom always told
Ugh.
me. Yeah. And so at 2 weeks old, I had to go and get surgery, and they basically cut me open and opened up my intestine and then closed me up. So now I have a scar that will never allow me to have like a six pack because one of those abs will forever be like split. At least like on the outside, maybe I'll have
I
like a
got a
six pack,
five
but
pack.
yeah, well, it'll be like what, seven? No, I don't know.
What? It?
No, yeah. Because the abs there are just cut in half. Yeah,
Mhm.
so point is like, those are the two times that I mean, technically did almost die. I could have died in surgery, especially when you're so little.
Yeah.
All right. Well, there's a time I don't really consider it like a near death experience because in the moment I didn't feel like I was going to die, but looking back on it, I probably could have. So I have this guy's my best friend. I've known him like since I was in sixth grade. Mine is a long time ago, right? We were jumping on his trampoline, and next to his house, he had he was in like a nicer neighborhood. He had those wooden fences, that round up at the top that are really long.
No, I thought you were
Well,
about to
I
say
guess he
those
had some.
spiky ones.
No, no, no. Well, he had some of those right that are rounded, but there's a bunch of like stray ones that are like gotten old and like fallen off, so they've like replaced them.
Mhm.
I was jumping on his trampoline, and mind you, like we would always just go hang out, like jump on the trampoline, whatever.
Yeah.
I was jumping, and I had like intentionally tried to get a big bounce, so I like stop my feet in when I land, and I go straight the fuck up. So what my friend does, right, mind you, he he grabs a broken piece of that like fence wood that was there and looks at me, throws it, but it's broken because these are the ones that have like rotted away and shit, you know. So they like break them off of the fence and then replace it, but they kind of just left it there.
Mhm.
And so this thing was split long enough and big enough that it was like barbed, essentially throwing like
Oh.
I don't want to say like a spear because maybe that's a little like exaggerated for how sharp it was, but this thing was fucking sharp. Nothing but sharp edges that were big, not like small pieces that if they hit me they would break and I'd just get like a bad splinter. This looked like if it made contact with my body at the speed he threw it at, it would have like torn through my skin. Not like not like anything crazy, like lop my arm off, but
You
he
would have
threw
got a
it
couple
at
like a
me, right?
slashes and shit. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, no, like this is something like if he had thrown it, it would have like at my chest or something. Like if I were just standing on the ground, he had thrown it the way he had thrown it at me, it would go into my chest. Is how sharp that thing was,
Jesus.
right? Yeah. So mind you, he's not trying to hurt me. He was trying to throw it under me, right? Because he didn't see how sharp it was. When he's picking it up from the grass, he only sees the rounded part. So he grabs that and throws it. Throws it super quick. So that way when I land, like I don't get a good land or whatever. Like essentially trying to like just break my really big bounce.
Mhm.
So he throws it, and I hit the trampoline, right, to go up for like the actual like bounce. And I see this thing, like I look at him and I see this thing in like clear view, and it feels like time slowed down for me a little bit. And I was just watching this come towards
No.
me, but I had already hit the bottom of like the trampoline to where the only way up, the only way to go is up. So I'm going up, and this thing is when I'm looking at it, it's eye level. So by the time I get up and the time it would like make contact with me, it would hit me near the throat or like square in the center of my chest.
Ugh.
So I fucking look at this thing, and my first thought is, man, this is gonna fuck. Like, mind you, I wasn't thinking like, oh, I'm gonna get killed by this fucking thing. It's like this guy trying to ruin my bounce. Right? And in my head, I was like, all right, whatever, I'll just start again. So as soon as I hit the trampoline, instead of going up, I threw my head and my neck back, not like to snap it, but like my whole body came back. I went flat. So I bounced. I like caught all the momentum, went to my back, and then popped up as this thing was like right over my eyes, like just past my nose. I see the fucking like, giant piece of wood right across my eyes,
Homie
and
Matrix
like I
that
bounced up
shit.
over it. Yeah, like mine now obviously nothing like that exaggerated, but I bounced and I see it like pass right over my nose, my face, and I looked at him and I was like, "Holy shit, dude!"
You would have
Like,
killed
did
me.
you see that? Like, yeah, I was like, did you see that? Did you see how cool that was? Like, fucking you bounced and yeah, see, I dodged that shit. Mind you, we're kids, we're like in middle school. And then now that I look at it, like we talk about it, it's like, dude, if that hit me, I was fucking toast. That would have killed me. If that hit me in the throat or anywhere near my chest, I would have 100% like fucking maybe not hit my heart, but fuck, dude, it would have like tore me up, ruined like my neck, everything. When I was to the hospital. Then
Jesus.
he also another time almost killed another one of our friends, but that's that wasn't like that could have been like a fucking horrible accident.
Oh
So you
God.
know how there's like those metal pipes that they use for like
Metal pipes.
Oh,
yeah
I got one right
uh
here.
Good job,
these
Vince.
metal pipes that they use for like water mains and stuff. Like they're copper pipes. I don't think it's copper, maybe like aluminum, right? Like a
Mhm.
really hard like metal pipe that they use for like certain like plumbing. If you've ever seen like the like plumbing that's like really under the house and not the PVC stuff that's like under your sink or whatever. Like the actual metal that runs the water.
No, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
So there's one of those, but it was broken and it was stabbed into the ground. Like it had a little bit of a edge, I guess when they cut it at an angle. So it was stabbed into the ground. And he grabs it, he fucking throws it straight up into the air, and one of my friends is tying his shoe, and the fucking pipe comes down right next to the side of his ear. Like you hear the whoosh right through his fucking ear,
Whoosh.
and it hits the ground. He looks up and looks at him. Mind you, my friend is fucking scared because he realizes now that once he threw it in the air, he's like, "Oh wait, somebody else is right next to me." And he comes down dead, and they just kind of laugh about it. He's telling me like they laughed about it, but like, dude, like an inch to the left, that guy was dead. Like ugly, gruesome, scar you for life kind of dead.
I don't want to be
God
near your
damn.
friend because your friend seems like he's the fucking Grim Reaper
And
with your other
the thing
friends
is,
and you.
is that this guy is literally the fucking nicest guy in the world. This is the kind of guy who would give the shirt off of his back for you. Like,
Damn.
yeah, like he's such a good guy. But I told him like 100% he's gonna be the reason I die, and it's gonna be a fucking horrible accident.
Jesus.
Yeah. I don't know why he's very prone to accidents, like crazy accidents. He was telling me about a time that he was just moving his table. Right, mind he has like a glass table, like in a nicer house,
Mhm.
but it's one of those tables that is only attached by the weight of its like glass. They have like little suctions on the bottom of the base, so you
Oh,
can like literally take the glass off of the table
yeah.
and clean it and then put it back on. Well, he was just scooting it to the side. Mind you, he wasn't lifting it or anything. Just scooted it a little bit. The table loses like the grip to those, falls right on his big toe. He told me like almost cut his toe off. It's like what
Jesus
the fuck? Like,
Christ!
yeah, I was like, who does this stuff happen to? So I'm pretty sure at some point we're just gonna be hanging out and I'm gonna die. Yeah, that's it for me. It was really just those two when I was a baby, and that sort of instance that I look back at now could have killed me.
Man, you got one. I know. I know you told us you had one or two.
I have multiple.
Oh God.
I'll just tell this one. It's super, super, super similar to James. I was about 7 or 8. I was with my family at the beach.
Banana
I don't know
boat.
if I was in the middle or the banana boat or towards the end, somewhere
God
around there.
damn it!
Follow up question.
God damn it!
Follow up
What happened?
question here. Was I there?
I don't know.
Didn't
I don't
happen.
Actually, I don't
remember.
remember. No, but this
Yeah.
is actually what happened. I was at the island. I think like it was a holiday or something because we were all just there. It was like a lot of my family
You
and one of my
talking
uncles, huh?
like mom's side of the family or your dad's side of the family?
Mom's.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember which uncle it was, but one of my uncles had one of those tubes, like the 2-man tubes,
Oh, where you
and it
hang
was
on
me
to
and
it?
him on it.
Uh,
No, like you both sit on it.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Well, it wasn't me and him on it. It was me. I don't know if it was one of my sisters or one of my cousins, but it was both of us on it. And he was taking us to out into the ocean, and we were just there chilling. And out of nowhere, like the wave started getting a little bit bigger, and we get hit by this big wave. We go over the wave, and he somehow like lets go, and the wave takes him back a little bit. So we're kind of like just drifting away while
Drifting
he's like being
away.
pushed away by the wave, and he's trying to
Jesus.
get to us. But at this point, we're kind of like out there already, and he's like the water's already over his head. So he's just like kind of jumping up to grab us while we're just drifting away. He does get us, but
You're too far gone. I can't get
he's
y'all
trying to
anymore.
swim back. He's trying to swim back, but all I see is like his head just popping up like from the water. And
Jesus.
then we get back, we're just chilling.
Just chilling, almost gone to the ocean.
I didn't even notice like we were
always
like
take
drifting away.
yeah,
I
because
just hear him
you're
like,
standing on
"Hey!"
top of the water and the water's coming all the
Yeah,
way
we're
back.
just chilling. I'm just there sitting looking at the ocean.
Like, damn, this is
Dude,
beautiful.
that's so scary. What the hell?
Yeah.
It's all the more reason why I'm never gonna let my daughter go past the shallow end. I'm gonna make her hate the water at the beach. Whatever she's
I
like,
don't
let's
even
play
like the
in the
beach
water. I'm
anymore.
gonna just fucking splash her in the eyes or something, make her make her hate the
Considering we're
water,
getting like
dude.
a shit ton of like, there's been like a lot more shark attacks and stingrays have been popping out more over there.
There was literally one today, a shark
Yeah.
attack,
My God, dude.
like an hour ago.
God.
There's too much, man. I feel like if I'm not watching my kids, something horrible's gonna happen to them. Can't put your kids in daycare, dude. Can't take them to the beach. Like,
Yeah, considering like a god terrible accident happened in San Benito with the daycare.
yeah.
Yep.
So now I'm just like want to text my family in the group chat and be like, look, this further confirms why I don't want to send my daughter to daycare. Like,
Yeah.
Avoid daycares, avoid the beach.
yeah,
I love the
avoid
beach, but
people, stay inside, buy a good computer.
Yep.
already did that,
Know what I mean?
baby. Woo!
I hate the beach, James. Don't wait like it.
The thing is, I love the sun, I love the sand, I love the water. It's just, damn, I could die here. I could die at the beach.
You probably will if you keep going.
Well,
I don't hate. Like, I
thank
don't
God
hate
we're
the
in San
beach.
Antonio.
I don't hate the beach, right?
Hmm.
I hate the responsibility that comes with going to the beach. Like if I go to the beach and it's just me and my fiance, it is so relaxing. Like I don't have to worry about anything. We just sit there and just enjoy the waves, the sound. Like especially because when we would go at night. We'd just sit there on the beach, like fucking night, just look out into the ocean, right? When you go with like your kids, it is so stressful. Like doing any like major event like that, especially when there's people around. People down here are crazy. These are fucking people who like try and take your kids, who get like wild. So I'm there, I'm just like on high alert the whole time. Like literally so much stress that just the drive back is what relaxes me. Like not even being at the beach. I'm just kind of always like looking around feeling hyper paranoid.
Hmm.
This most recent time we had gone with like other people in the family, and they were like interacting with the kids so much that, dude, I was able to just literally sleep. I was so fucking tired. Like, I was able to just rest, like get some rest and not have any of that stress. Listen to the fucking ocean. Like, it was nice. So maybe like in big groups where I know my kids are like 100% safe, we'll go to the beach again, but probably not for a while. I say we're just going to the zoo. It's just as hot, and there's definitely fucking a bunch of different animals there.
Go look at the bears.
Dude, I did last time. I
Mhm.
saw this bear literally just chilling on his big old log makeshift like bed. And then I saw an otter run up a wall and do a backflip.
Oh my god,
Sick.
I haven't been
Damn.
to the
Yeah,
zoo in a while.
it made me think of the because as soon as it
Do a
happened, as soon as
flip.
I like looked up into the exhibit, yeah, the fucking what's it called? The
The
flapjack thing.
oh,
He's like,
you can't
that's not gonna
amaze me.
impress me. Wow, that's what he did. He just literally like
Oh.
from the water swam up to like the little ledge, ran up it and did like a straight up backflip and just back into the water like a whole dive. It looks sick.
Funny enough too, I got a friend that works at the zoo. I think he also tells me like, yeah, we have to like train. We have people like that go in and like train the otters, which is actually kind of cool.
I don't think I've ever seen the zoo busy aside from like when they do events that have nothing to do with being a zoo.
I didn't know there was a
They're
water. I
like,
didn't know there was like
oh,
a public pool there, like right next to it.
yeah, and they have a like a museum, I think an aquarium also.
An aquarium.
Like a small aquarium there, yeah.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I don't mind that I say the beach, the zoo is very like empty because it makes the experience that much nicer when we go. You know, nobody's like rushing you to look at whatever sort of animal you want to watch, or there's just not a lot of like traffic. You really can just take your time and enjoy it.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Harambe.
Also,
R.I.P.
oh
He was a
yeah,
part of the gym,
he's
bro.
from he was from our zoo
Oh
up
yeah.
there in
Yep.
Brownsville. Hey, speaking of the zoo, I have one more thing, right? This is the last time we had gone. I took the kids and we saw like a little small monkey have like a baby like attached to their back. They
Mhm.
put the baby down, and another monkey just comes in and kidnaps this guy, bro.
Oh my
Scoops him up,
god.
scooped him up, and then the mom freaks out and just begins like chasing him. I think it's the like male, right, the dad or whatever, and they're just like playing around. But he scooped up the kid, and with like all the little contraptions that they have there that you never see them use, he was using it. He was jumping from like rope to rope, fucking one structure to the next, like literally just doing anything to get away. And this like other monkey was going wild, getting pissed off, just chasing him. Finally catches him and gives like this whole like, oh, like just with their body language, gives the baby back and just kind of like, I was just being a shitter and fucks off. You know, it was wild. Yeah, like it was so funny to watch. I'm just glad like my kids got to see that.
Only had one terrifying thing where the Komodo dragon literally like lunged at the fucking glass. I was like, what the fuck?
Dickhead. I
Mind you, I
can
was
just
like in
imagine.
elementary. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, teacher, help!
I can just imagine. There's a bunch of kids there. He just waits for like a big group and fucking I don't know, jumps out, scares the shit out of a bunch of kids. Oh my god.
Oh man, I want to make a trip to the zoo now.
Yeah, I think I probably once you get the some more money, take the kids to the zoo again.
Sub to Patreon. Y'all want to see a shoe table zoo trip?
Boy, look at the
True.
crocodile right here. Look at him go.
We don't have a Patreon yet, but support anyways.
Yep.
If you subscribe, that is enough. That is
Put
plenty
a
enough right there.
GoFundMe. GoFundMe can sponsor the zoo trip.
Not gonna be much.
Sponsor my rent. Sponsor my car payment.
Oh my god,
Sponsor
no.
this new house that I'm gonna buy. The shoe table house.
I hate you.
I literally build a house in the shape of a shoe.
Help us get the office space that we need.
Yeah, and the roof will be the table. All right, where are we at? What's our
We
time
are
frame here?
we are in an we have an hour and 54 minutes. I think we could end it off with the verses though.
Yeah, let's do the verses, and if it breaks into the 2.5, we just chop this into 2 different pieces. 2
Gotcha.
episodes. Sick.
I
All
still
right,
need y'all's.
where's
I still need the names. I have to spin the wheel.
let me see the wheel. Hit me with the wheel.
Well, I only have mine because I didn't have y'all's yet. I have.
Okay.
I only put 2 because I only could think of 2.
Think
Spawn.
of another one.
You want me to put another broken ass character? I was gonna say like, oh, I want the mask in there.
I don't make them broken.
What do you mean? Okay.
I don't got broken people.
Well, I put Thanos and Spawn.
What?
And that is it. That I told you. That's like the characters I was gonna pick.
I feel like only one of my guys can compete.
Oh, hold on. I'll put Squirrel Girl.
Oh, because she beat Thanos already.
Yeah, so if those two go against each other, it's even.
You know what? We'll keep it in that sort of realm. Spawn's a comic, Thanos is comics. Unless your characters are not comic book related.
Well, I mean, we said anything fiction.
Mine's game related.
That's
Oh,
fine.
game related? Alright.
We literally said like anything.
Well, I feel like 2 of mine won't even compete if we get James.
I'm sorry. I thought y'all would put some heavy hitters too.
Well, I mean, they are, but like,
Not enough for Thanos and Spawn.
they ain't OP.
Okay, there's a way to you could beat Grimace. There's a way. I feel like
Grimace
Grimace shape.
from McDonald's.
yeah, you could beat. I'm gonna put Grimace on my third
I
one.
hate you, bro. Why did you say it like that?
The Grimace shake.
McDonald's? Bro, where's the A? I don't see the A.
Oh, let me make this window full screen. There we go.
Because if you're gonna put those broken characters, and since it's a random
Put them in the
roulette,
podcast, like put them in the chat so I could just copy and paste them.
oh, the name?
Yeah, the names. That way I don't have to fucking be typing all this shit.
But I'm still getting my people. I have to switch them now.
We should have this ready before.
I got you.
Well, I didn't know you were picking OP people.
I literally told you when we were at work. I was like, hey, these are gonna be my contenders.
I like this brainstorming process because now you changed the game up a little bit. I got one character who is not super broken, but is kind of broken.
Is that the full name?
Definite? Huh?
Is that the full name right there?
That's the full name.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bing bong, bing bong.
Yeah, I know damn well.
Mine are not super strong, but still gonna put them in there.
All right. Well, we have one from Eloy. I still need.
You're
And Vince, he put Godzilla. He put the G-Man in here. What the fuck?
Wait, which version? Because the version matters.
Alright, bet. Let me go look up the strongest one.
Oh my god.
Burning. The answer to that is burning. Burning Godzilla.
Well, like if we're just going off like based like their entire kit, like the way how Death Battle does it.
Yeah, but there is no kick. I'm saying because there's 2 different versions of Godzilla. Burning Godzilla is one Godzilla, not the next one. Because he's burning Godzilla because he's dying.
I can't wait for both of mine to just be it, so they just verse each other. Oh, that'd be so shitty. All right, I'll wait for whatever one Manny wants.
Hmm.
Well, what Godzilla are you putting? Are you just gonna do Godzilla, or you wanna?
I guess Burning Godzilla.
Okay, I'm just gonna do freaking Burning now.
Here you go. I got 2. If you need me to do one more, I'll hit you with another one.
Fucking Might Guy.
Might Guy. See, that's a good one right there.
Alright, yeah,
Because I had Kratos, I had Arkham Batman.
Y'all wanted to
and also
do 3. I can
Jason Voorhees.
Oh my god.
It's like randomized them.
So so far we got Thanos, Spawn, we got Godzilla, Kratos, Invincible. I feel like Invincible's gonna fucking die no matter who he goes against.
Yep.
Then, hey, Mike Guy, hey, Kakashi.
Nah, he'll be my guy. That's it.
Oh wait, okay, later when we do like more spin the wheel shit, I'm just gonna add a bot to the fucking server.
Yeah, you should.
I do all that extra bullshit.
I'm gonna throw in 2 because I don't want to think of it. That's gonna be biased to somebody broken.
Alright, then you gotta take out one of mine then.
Well, who do you want to get rid of?
Nobody's gonna fight Godzilla. Get him out of it.
Get rid of Invincible.
Alright, check out Godzilla.
Oh my god. Alright, we gotta get rid of the G-Man, I guess.
Yeah, because let's be honest, Godzilla would beat everybody.
Okay. We're gonna click the spin, baby. Here we go. First one is
Which one
Kratos.
is? Let's go! I win.
Kratos against who though? You didn't win yet. All right, so it's Kratos versus. I feel like none of mine are gonna be up there. I lied. I win.
Who is it? Come on.
Thanos.
Kratos beats Thanos, bro.
Oh.
Yeah, 100%. I think Kratos dominates Thanos.
You really think so?
Wait, just Thanos got the gauntlet or no?
Thanos. I'm literally saying.
No,
What do you, I literally said they have their whole kit. So Kratos has
he
the.
doesn't have. Yeah, okay, well, Thanos doesn't have the Infinity Gauntlet as a kit. It's not something that's like a part
Yeah,
of
it's
him
not
or
his
something he
power.
gets. It's like a one-time like whole event. You know, that'd be like saying, "Oh, Kratos grabbed the sword that deletes everybody from existence." It's like, I don't know. He didn't get that in
Reality.
games.
Fucking hit them with the reality. Gone.
If we want to do alternating stones, I'm down for that. Right? Like he has access to one stone at a time.
Oh, so I have to pick a fucking stone.
Because if you, well, not even that. Like you can just alternate, right? I
Mhm.
mind just all like in theory, anyways. Like, oh, for this thing, he can use this stone or that. But you give him the whole Infinity Gauntlet, he just snaps his fingers. You don't exist. You don't even need to snap his fingers. He just thinks you don't exist. You don't exist
Oh,
anymore.
look at you. Hey, you're gone. But yeah, I
Yeah,
probably should have put more characters.
I think if we're
I say
talking
give him two
skill wise,
stones.
okay, what stones?
I gotta pick.
Oh, James, which one's on again? Power Stone for sure.
I want to say power, but I'm agree with you on that one. I'm gonna do power, and I want to do reality. I feel like,
See,
yeah,
it's your man.
those two would be the stones I use. Reality and power.
All right, Thanos wins. Alters the reality that Kratos can do anything.
Well, it's gonna be that or
Sorry,
time. I'm
brother.
like, well, time's gonna be broken.
Let's do round two.
Round two. All right, so
Yeah, it is.
all right, round two. Here we go.
Whatever.
Damn, it would have been Spawn.
Who was it?
Yusogi? That's
Whatever
Wow.
that
it.
is.
Yeah, Misogi Kumagawa
Yeah, we got him.
against who?
All right, let's see. It's only Spawn, Invincible, and my guy. Ooh! Damn, it was
My
almost no. Freaking Eloy, it's both your characters.
Oh, okay.
My
So
guy
the
loses.
answer, no. So the answer to this is my guy wins.
Oh man.
Yeah, my guy wins. The reason I put this Misogi character. What? You're scared of vacuums? Me too.
Misogi
To be
scared
honest,
of
I'd
back
like to try
rooms.
Back room.
Shut up! Shut up!
Good thing that's recorded.
No!
It's like that one time me and you couldn't speak English.
English is hard.
Thank you.
It's my first language, but that shit's hard.
Scared of back room.
Shut up. So like I said, the back rooms too. My fucking brain.
Okay. Okay, for your little editor spot, we're gonna pull it back right here. Fucking
No, he's gonna want to keep it in.
yeah. Okay, so let me tell you why. Why all my Jesus Christ, my guy wins. It's because this character Kumagawa is
Yep.
broken, super broken. He is a reality warper. He can alter anything in reality basically to his will. And the only caveat is he has basically infinite power but can never win. Okay, let me just read off his powers and abilities, right?
Mhm.
He's got superhuman physical characteristics, subjective reality. And what that means is he created the visual manifestation of a sword that kills magical beats purely from his imagination. summoning, weapon creation. He can create screws, and he can also directly create them inside of his opponents. Immortality, regeneration, resurrection, and revive people with all fiction by making so their death never happened. All fiction passively resurrects him if he happens to die. And was it empathetic manipulation? Due to being a minus, he has a negative nature, so that once so strong, he's able to crush the hearts and knock down 600 people in school after saying a single sentence.
So in other words, my guy's
He can
losing.
he can erase cause and effect. No,
What?
so yeah,
What?
he can because there's like a really good explanation. All right, let's see if I can find it.
Literally put my guy to death. What the fuck?
Okay, so he possesses the minus ability, all fiction, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the like subject line for it is allows him to deny reality absolutely. So he can literally
What?
change anything in reality at will, and it's subjective to him. The
Just a reality
downside is
stone.
because, yeah, basically, except he can like let's say Thanos had the gauntlet. Let's say Thanos has Infinity Gauntlet, snaps his fingers to alter reality. Kumagal can be like, nah, bro, that's not how that works,
That's not happening,
and it just
Chief.
would not, and it just
Gone.
wouldn't work. The caveat though is he can never win a battle. He can never win.
Mm-hmm.
So if you and him were battling, and he can remove all your abilities, counter everything you do, but his power will force him at the end of that to lose, no matter what.
What the hell?
Yeah, the anime he's from, the character he goes up against is a girl named Medaka, right? And she's the basically the hero, so she will overcome anything and always whatever, right? Like that's her power. Whatever the obstacle is, she'll rise to meet it. And this guy gets introduced, and he just starts beating her in like every sort of aspect until it gets to the showdown between them two. She beats him, and then he explains his powers. He's like, "Oh yeah, I was never gonna beat you. I just wanted to have some fun doing all this."
What the hell?
Like this guy, yeah, this guy's just a big old nope.
He's a shitter is what he is. God, you literally just put my guy to fucking death. Nice.
Yeah, but my guy wins.
Because he's my guy.
Oh, because Kumagawa's ability would make him lose. He's a character who cannot win a one-on-one fight,
Huh.
but has the most broken abilities. Yeah.
So he's a team. Okay, he's team based. Okay. Well, now we know the winner out of those rounds. I mean, it's Spawn versus Invincible. Well, it's nice knowing Invincible. Manny, I'm sorry, but your guy just loses.
Yeah. On also super broken.
Yeah. That's why I was like, hey, these are my two contenders. I let y'all know in advance.
I don't want broken people though next time.
Okay, fine. I'll
Yeah.
do. I'll do
Next
something.
time you make it street level or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I literally told you like, hey, I can't think of anybody else. These are the two I'm going with.
Well, you're gonna have 2 weeks or 2 episodes to figure it out,
Yeah,
because that'll
yeah.
be the next versus.
We should really get a name for
All
this
right.
one though.
What do you mean?
I don't know, like fight night.
Oh, like when we do the verses?
Yeah.
Welcome back to Fight Night.
Somebody's gonna get beached off. That's what it is. Take a note from the Barbie movie.
Come on, Bobby, let's go party. But yeah, well, nice knowing
Yeah.
Invincible. Well, he's fucking dead.
It's all your fault.
What do you mean? I told y'all I was gonna pick these two.
All right. If this went longer than like the 2.5, we'll split it. This will be the
2:11.
second part. Yeah. If not, if this is all in just one episode.
I'm still gonna cut a lot, so let's
Yeah.
Because
should be a longer episode.
you just have like 35, maybe 30 minutes of um of the chapters. So this will be a very hefty episode. I think that pretty much just settles everything.
Yeah, you guys know the routine. Just go ahead and like, comment, let us know what you think about the verses, make some suggestions. Anything
I want
you
to
want
see
to
everybody
hear.
else's fights. Now I want to see that. now.
Yeah. I want to know who you want to know who's going to win a fight. And
Or-
we'll very badly debate it. Or better yet, I'll debate myself.
You could go to the Patreon and he'll give you his reviews, and if he thinks it's shit, it's shit.
We don't have a Patreon yet.
Yeah,
But I
not
will
yet.
do that if you want me to.
4th of July.
All right,
Y'all stay safe.
stay safe. We'll see you guys
See you later.
in the next one.
Bye bye.